Just small lips.
I got no Vaseline.
Just water, man.
Just water?
Dry. Can I ask you a question? Is there any way my aunt could be in here?
Mm.
She was an ex-police officer. I just want her to hear it from me.
She's here. We're talking to her. That's okay. Just have a seat, okay? We'll be right with you in a second.
Just have a seat right there, guys.
Thank you.
Sorry. I'm gonna shut this door.
Okay, so then what? So
Well,
she
I
hit
grabbed
you?
her.
Okay.
It wasn't like a...
No, just like a reflection?
Yeah, because I saw her do this.
Okay.
After she did, she went like that.
So you're actually proud of her because she had a problem with fighting? And then
No, you totally misunderstood that. She has a problem with fighting back, meaning if his kids at school...
fighting back. Okay, I got you.
If his kids at school will try to fight her, you won't fight them.
Okay.
It's like how you can never get you to fight for yourself, but when she did that, I was like...
Okay, so what happened after that?
This was the day. And it just kept going. And her shirt, it's a black shirt. I just picked it up and I put it on her neck.
You put it on her neck and did what?
Yeah, so now she's really fighting back, you know what I'm saying?
When you say put it around her neck, what do you mean? You tied it or you held it, you choked her?
I put them on her neck, and first I was in front of her, but as we tussling, and we both fell, because I'm heavier, you know, and I'm holding it, but that's still not what did it. And yes, I did tie it because before I got up, I remember I tied it. And she got up too, and of course was backing up from me, trying to get away from me. So it wasn't, you know.
So you guys keep tussling, you said?
Yeah. So it was, she got up and stood on her neck, and got a bag.
She got up and what?
I got a bag.
You got what?
A bag.
But she gets up and you grab a bag?
What do you mean?
You say
she didn't go in. We still in the room, and she
gets up.
After, yeah, she gets up and was backing away, and I grabbed the bag. Grocery store bagger.
Okay, you grab a bag.
That is.
And you put the bag over her head, or you just put it in her mouth?
No, I held it over her.
You what?
I did both. I didn't put it in her mouth. I held it over her nose. At first, you know how you. And then I put it over her head, held it up there like this.
Then what? Did she stop breathing at some point?
Yeah, that's what did it. That's what I did to kill her.
You said that's what did it, meaning what?
You can just say I meant to say That's what I did to kill her.
Did anyone else witness this?
No.
What do you do with the body? Tony's body.
Freezer. On top of Steven.
Huh?
Freezer on top of Steven. I didn't wrap her in anything.
What'd you say? You didn't wrap her?
No.
With anything?
No. Just Steven.
Who knew about the bodies in the freezer other than you?
I had to tell the kids. We were only ones that knew. Until today.
Excuse me?
We were the only ones that knew until today.
When did you tell the kids?
That night.
Excuse me?
That night.
What night?
Happened was only.
The night you killed Stoney?
Well, she was like, it wasn't at night. I told them that night, but what happened with Stoney was earlier in the day.
Well, when did you tell the kids?
That night.
The night that what?
The night that I did.
When you say did, you mean Stoney, right?
Yep.
Kill Stoney?
Yes. Well, I'm being clear, like, I told them the same day it happened. She passed. I killed her earlier in the day. I didn't tell them till that night. That's what I'm trying to say.
Did you show them? Did you show them the body?
Yeah. Not Matthew. Not Matthew for a while.
How long did it take before you showed Matthew?
Not even a week.
What was their reaction?
Gabby's just crying a lot. Gabby. She's just crying a lot. Maddie was looking like, he didn't say nothing, he was just looking at me. And he started crying. I asked him, why you crying? He said, you're going to be in trouble.
What did he say?
You're going to be in trouble. He started crying. I just told him, you know I am. He told me God didn't like that. He don't like none of that stuff. That was his words. God don't like none of this stuff. And
now let me ask you this question, because I know we went on to talk about all the different things that they supposedly did to Matthew.
they did it.
But are you a stay-home mom?
Yeah.
Okay, so you always.
How much time do you say, like,
How much
were you?
How much
and
time
that's
do
what
you?
was fucking me up. You know.
No, because I want you to tell me how, because you're pretty
always
much
with him.
you're always with them. So
yeah.
at what point does this happen that you don't know, have no idea?
That's why I sat there and kept asking him, like, Stephen will do this to Maddie. If Maddie says, Mom, can we go upstairs and play? We want to play with our toys. And I'm like, no, sit down here and watch movies with us. They'd be quiet. And Maddie said, we want to play upstairs, y'all girls. It didn't come from Maddie. It came from Stephen. This is just to get him upstairs. Then you hear a big ass boom. He's like, what is that? That's Stephen knocking him off the bunk bed, like straight off the top bunk bed. I didn't know none of this till after that, but it's like they're brothers. Like Aaron was like, y'all girls, I don't want to watch this movie, or can we play?
How many rooms in your house?
3.
Are you sure?
What do you mean?
How many rooms you have?
Bedrooms?
Yeah.
3. It doesn't say I have a 3-bedroom?
No, I'm just asking. I don't know. So you stayed in one room? Tell me who stayed in what rooms.
Well, how it was, the boys were staying together and the girls were staying together. You know, and it's like, I didn't think nothing of it, you know. And then I'm in my room, but most of the times I didn't even sleep upstairs.
So the girls stayed together?
Downstairs. Yeah. The girls together and the boys was together, how they were supposed to be. Now, this shit that happened at night, I sleep downstairs most of the time. Okay? They told me he climbed down and get his bunk bed with him. They do this shit whenever they can.
Say that again?
I said they do this shit whenever they can. Maddie said a lot of nights. He said, Mom, when it's dark outside, Stephen always come down there and do that. He put his winky on my, you know. I just kept asking him, why you never scream out? Why you don't say nothing?
Did you when Maddie told you that, did you ever try to seek any type of help?
No.
Why not?
If I did, I would have to leave them.
Not necessarily.
Right then.
Why would you have to leave them? If somebody's doing something to your child, why would they take your child from you?
Because that's brother and sister. That's brother and sister, and that's in the family, and it's like, that's brother and sister.
So
So I could see that.
They would take the offender out, not the innocent party.
But then you look like, how did this happen?
Okay,
that was all in my head, like, I want to stay with them as long as I possibly can. I knew this day was going to come.
Do you feel what you did was wrong?
I know it was wrong.
What do you think your punishment
it's wrong
should be?
in the eyes of God, okay?
In your eyes, I'm asking you, not in the eyes of God. In your eyes, do you feel like you did what you had to do?
I didn't have to do that. It was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't want to say yes, but my son told me I saved him. No.
Okay. No,
It's like, I know it was wrong. I know I was wrong.
Now, you said that they put things in your son.
That's what he said.
Okay.
And
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then when I asked him also,
mm-hmm.
he said, but it came out, and then they smacked me and said, lick it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just everything.
Let me ask you this. Do you think your son has a problem?
No. Matthew,
Because you said that throughout this interview.
Because this is what had me so scared.
You told me several times that your son doesn't have a problem.
He doesn't.
So why would you bring that up? Nobody's accusing him of having a
Because
problem.
that scares me. And how you read it back, it's like, yes, those are my words, but just to hear it like that, I don't want people to think. This is my biggest fear. When I'm going, people going to be unfair to Maddie. Because y'all thinking like, oh, he got to be crazy. Somebody done, his brother and his sister, he crazy. I don't want people to shun their kids away from him, for him to not have friends, or like adults look at him like I got to watch you.
Let me ask you this.
They are the normalest.
Miss Blair, if I
In 8, he'll be 9. That's my biggest fear. Because you went through so much of your life like this, getting secretly fucked up, and
How old is he?
8.
You know his date of birth?
$17.
What's her date of birth? So they have the same father?
No. The boys did. That's him. And that's the picture you showed me.
What's the girl's father's name? How old is he?
I think we're about the same age. We're the same age, if I'm not mistaken.
About 35?
Yeah.
Where's he live at?
On the west side.
You don't know where?
I have a number for him.
What is it?
The thing is with him, will my aunt be able to keep the kids? She does not want to go with her dad. He's never there for them.
Is he in their life?
No, he was never there for them. It's like he'll pop up.
That's something that the court's going to have to decide.
Like, he's an alcoholic.
Okay.
And he still lives with his mom.
Okay.
Or wherever else. And
Does he know about his other daughter?
No. Nobody knows.
Okay. And nobody inquired about where the other two kids
are? Yeah. And then, since I created distance with my aunt, she lives in Belleville, what I would do is tell people, oh, there was my aunt. I told people it was a situation. My kids had to go tell us mine. And then as far as my aunt knew, the time she come, I'll tell her, oh, they're gone. They went to a birthday party or went to, you know what I mean? So,
you distant yourself from your aunt?
Yeah.
So she wouldn't know? Did school ever inquire about them?
Yes.
And what happened?
I actually dropped them.
You what?
I dropped them.
What do you mean you dropped them?
From school, I dropped them. You know.
So they inquired, so you later dropped them?
No. No, you mean inquire like...
I said, did school ever inquire about them?
Things like that.
Yeah, did school ever inquire about them, stoning and...
attendance, you know what I mean? And basically I dropped them. And actually I told them I was moving. So that's how I was able to drop them.
You dropped them from school?
Yes.
You told them you were moving?
Yes. And actually, I told someone, it was Maddie's old teacher's aide. I did tell her. It's like when it was real fresh, I was just really, I couldn't be around people. I was still, anyway, I went up to the school and I was talking to the teachers and I actually wanted to tell. I started going into it and someone told me to stop. But I was telling one of the Maddie's old teacher's aide what had happened and the security guard, but I didn't tell them that I did anything to them. I just, I'm dropping them. Try to see what we can do. I told them I was moving out of state with my brother.
Okay. What, give me
and her birthday. His birthday.
So, when did you pull your kids out of school?
That was a while. Actually, I don't even remember.
When?
I know it's on file. I said I don't even remember. I know you guys have to go to the computer because I definitely don't remember a date.
Give me 1 minute. What I need you to do, in the meantime, I need you to start reading these. These are the questions I asked you and the answer that you have answered. If I misquoted you, or if something... Stephen? Yeah, I get to that. That's what I thought it was, and that's why I asked you, and I have it down here. If there's something here that I misquoted you, let me know, and we'll fix it, and I'll initial it. Okay? Start reading that. I'm going to step off for a second. I'll be right back. Okay?
like a lot of the things. I just.
Oh no, we're gonna talk about it. I just want you to start doing this while I don't want to give you all this. We're gonna get into all the things that you want to tell me about.
I mean, I guess the important stuff is also.
Excuse me.
Important stuff is also, I guess.
No, it's all important. We're gonna get to it. You want to tell me now and hold off on this?
No, I can.
Okay, just give me 1 minute and then we can continue this. Just give me 1 second, okay?
The same way you see if my aunt has.
Yep, I'm gonna go check on them right now.
Could they possibly still be here?
They could. Let me go find out, okay?
Are you allowed to tell? I know.
What do you want?
Just tell them I love them.
Yeah, sure.
My kids.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Just give me a minute. Okay? You need anything? Drink a little bit of water. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
I just can't hold this like this no more. It's like.
I understand. I'm gonna come back to you and get it off your chest, okay?
Fuck. Okay.
Let me see that for 1 second. I'm sorry.
You know, they were still here.
No, they're not here. They're talking to, I think the aunt.
My auntie.
Yeah.
When we first came, yeah, they said that my
They won't
kids
talk
and
to
the
her?
kids were here. My kids aren't with her.
Yeah, they're with her.
But they're just gone.
They're not where I can see them, I should say.
Oh, but they still in
So
the
we'll find
building.
out before we're all done, I'm gonna find out exactly where they're at, because right now they're talking to them, so it's kinda hard for me to say. But we'll find out exactly where they're at, so don't worry about it.
My kids are like this because they like seriously love me. If they ask you if my mom, one of them asked you if my mom crying, they say no.
Okay.
Because Matty was just, I told him I wouldn't. He said, Mom, don't cry.
Okay. He said that today?
He's always said that, and he's telling me, you always tell him to be a big boy. So he said, yeah, girl, I was like, I'm trying to. I can't push the shit, boy.
I'm gonna be right back, okay?
Oh, shit.
I don't got a number.
I do.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. How you feeling? Feel better to get it off your chest?
Not really.
Not really?
It's so better to say it.
Excuse me?
It's so better to say it, but
So, you wanted to tell me some other stuff that was going on, okay?
tell me your sister.
What was going on with you?
It's like you gotta imagine that happening to a baby.
Excuse me?
You gotta imagine that happening to him. I just
Well,
try to.
Let me ask you, because you're home most of the time, right? So, when you're home, did you ever witness any unusual behavior between your kids?
No, well, Tony, before Maddie was even here, Steven and Tony didn't like each other. Well, I'm thinking little brother, big sister stuff, But she'll tell him, Steven, stop, sit down. You sit down here, I'll punch her. And I'm like, stop it, I didn't know why. That's what I felt like I didn't say to Steven. You get what I'm saying? Because when he said that to me, I'm like, he actually told you that? I'm not going to save him.
So, let me ask you this. Your son came to you and gave you some complaints about some sexual things that were going on, right?
Matthew?
Yes.
No, he didn't come to me. You mean with Stoney?
With Stoney and Steven, didn't he tell you that they were raping him?
He didn't come to me with Steven. He came to me with Stoney because they would sit on the edge of my bed with like a little tiff. And it didn't start out with him talking about the little mean things.
Earlier,
and then it goes, and then we went into, he talking about the diaper, and that's why I'm like.
Earlier you told me that Matthew told you that Steven did some things to him, and you confronted Steven, and Steven said, no, I didn't.
See, when you say come to you, I'm thinking you mean, because how it came to me, Gabby told me when I walked through the door. I'm thinking you're talking about how I first found out.
Right, but then Matthew tells you,
yes.
You said, has anybody done this to you? And he said, yes, Steven.
Yeah.
And then you confront Steven, and you take Matthew with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And he tells you, right?
Yeah, I just misunderstood. I thought she meant like Maddie came to me. He didn't come tell me. Gabby did. So
But
that's why.
at some point, let me ask you this, because I want this to be clear, okay? So I can understand, and if somebody needs to be helped, I'd like to help them. And I can't help them if I don't understand, okay? So did Matthew at some point come to you and give you a complaint that your son was raping him?
No.
That's not accurate? You didn't say that?
Well, he didn't come to me though. What I'm saying is, Gabby.
He never told you when you in your discussion. He never told you.
As we were talking about it, yeah. But when you say did he come to you, it's like did he bring it to me? And he didn't. Gabby told me with the dial situation.
You told me, and I just want to be accurate, okay? I'm not trying to, argue with you or anything. I just want to make sure this is accurate. Part of what you said was I asked him why he was playing like that. That's nasty as hell. I asked Maddie if someone had did that to him. He said, yeah, it was Steven.
Right.
I went upstairs with Maddie, and we confronted him.
Can I stop you right there? Sure. All that is right. The only thing else confused about is you saying, like, and Maddie actually come, Mom, this happened. And I'm like, no, it didn't come out until... It's a bad
choice of words.
Yeah.
But at some point, he tells you something that Steven's doing to you.
Yes.
Okay. And you took it upon yourself to just go off of his word. You never tried to get any type of...
I did. I talked to Steven. We went up there and I talked to that boy.
Okay.
I talked to him.
And he admitted this. He admitted that he did these things.
After a while, yes. After a while, yes.
Okay.
But he denied it.
He denied it at first, and so did Stoney. She also denied it. But after you assaulted him, right? Then he said, okay, I did it. After you assaulted him several times?
Yes, after a while.
Okay.
It wasn't
severely assaulting him. Not just whipping him, you were severely assaulting him.
This was just me punching him before he finally said yes.
Let me ask you
afterwards.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Describe Steven for me. Like height, weight.
My son or his dad? You talking about my son?
Yeah, your son. How tall was he?
Steven, I'm not sure how tall he was.
Was he about my height? Shorter?
Probably about right here.
About 3 feet?
Oh, to you? Yeah, you. Oh, you're a little. No, he wasn't that tall. Definitely not. Well, no. Steven was about up here.
About up here?
Yeah.
So, okay, like maybe 4 feet?
Yeah. He's still a little. He's,
about how much he weighed?
He was thin.
Would you say thin, very thin, or did you know his actual weight?
Slim. He's just slim. As far as that is.
Was he thinner than me? Fatter than me?
Well, he was 9. So he wasn't bigger than me.
Okay. Was he about 50 pounds, 60 pounds, or you don't know?
No, more than that. Maybe 80.
Okay.
70, 80.
And you said he was 9 years old?
Yes.
Was he healthy?
Yes. Very healthy. Because all the kids' heartbeats are like, and like whenever he got sick, he was healthy. Whenever he got sick, his heartbeat would just double up and it thump really hard. He'd have to like just go warm compresses on him and just, because he's prone to fevers,
Describe your daughter, Stoney.
Stoney was
How old was she?
She was, she would have been 15.
At the time, she was 14?
Yes, 13.
13?
13.
And you said hers was August?
No, hers was May 25th, and Steven was August 30th.
Steven was August 30th?
Yeah. I definitely remember that.
August 30th?
Yes. And
2012?
Yes.
May 15th?
Stoney was 9 months later.
Okay.
Stoney was like maybe.
How tall was she?
She was like an inch taller than me, inch or 2.
And you're how tall?
I'm 5'4".
So she was about 4'5"? I mean 5'5".
Like that. She was just
a little taller than you?
Yeah, just there because we would always do like this.
About how much she weighed?
Before what happened, maybe like a good 120. She was slim, too. She wasn't skinny. She was just, you know, she's a healthy girl. Excuse me for a second.
Okay, so basically, the first time you ever heard of any of these complications between your kids was the first time with Stephen.
I know they used to have little sibling things.
But you never took it upon yourself. You know how sometimes kids like to lie and make up things?
Yeah.
You never kind of put it to kind of observe to see who was saying what. You just took it upon yourself.
As far as the raping or all the other stuff?
I mean, that's kind of a serious thing, you know, for a kid to say, hey, this is what's going on. So you just went basically on his word.
I asked him.
Right.
I asked Stephen also. You get what I'm saying?
But he denied it. But after you repeatedly assaulted him, he's like, oh yeah, okay, I did it. Do you believe that that's? I mean, did you ever take your son, Maddie, to a trained physician?
No.
To tell you, yeah, there's some signs of.
No, listen to me.
Well, I'm trying to.
They did that.
You did that?
They said they did that. Even
who did that?
They did that to him, Stoney and Stephen. And I'm sitting here, and I was even talking to Stoney, and I tell her to tell me things. And Maddie was like, "Well, yeah, and I forgot to tell you that, Mom." It's like they
and I'm not accusing you.
I didn't just go like,
but listen, kids are kids, and you know sometimes kids watch a lot of TV and kids do a lot of things but that's why you're the mother, you know best. Yeah. But what I'm asking you,
Maddie and Gabby are good kids,
and I'm sure
good kids. That's why I don't understand.
But let me ask you, did you ever think that it'd be important for you to take them to a physician to check them out to see what type of damage had been caused, if these things were actually true?
That.
Yeah.
The first thing I kept thinking was that.
I mean, wouldn't that be a concern? If those things were done to him, you know, there might be some damage that need to, you know, some type of curing. Did you ever think of taking him to a physician?
I thought about all of that.
And what was the conclusion you came with? Why didn't you do it?
My kids. Because I wasn't going to see them anymore.
Because you weren't going to see who anymore?
The kids.
I'm talking about Maddie.
You mean before I did anything to Stoney or Stephen?
Mm-hmm. Or even after. If those things were done, if things were put up his rear like he claims, don't you think there would have been something kind of important?
The first thing I asked him was what happened. He said, and they took it out and they told him.
Okay.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? But, so he already basically got established. But it was in it, they took it out. You get, I'm just trying to sit here and looking at them and trying to understand why. But, to me, how could I take it?
So you never took him to see a doctor regarding the ledge rapes, right?
It happened.
No. Okay.
I know what you're saying. That words, like, it happened.
But how do you know that?
It happened. They told me. And the things they say to me, can I just give you this one scenario that really gets me?
Okay.
I'm laying down asleep. After I'm telling Maddie, like, why you didn't tell me? I'm asleep. He's telling me after everything is done and said and done. That's why stuff was going on. I know I'm asleep. He said he made it to my room. I sleep hard. He made it to my room, and I'm asleep like this on the floor, so I have a bed, you know. He picked my hand up, and he said he was going like this. And Stephen came and grabbed him by his whistle name. He's tugging him, and Maddie said he still had my hand and kept going like this, Mom. And then that just, I can't explain to you how I felt. It's like he was right there. He had my hand, and like to hear him say that. And then I said, what happened, Maddie? And he said he put me back in the room and he made me bend over. That shit is like what I'm talking about. That it's like my baby went through that.
Did he tell you the whole? Did he tell you?
He told me everything. I talked to him so detailed.
And he gave you details about
it? He didn't know he was made to bend over.
And do what?
He bent over.
And other things happened?
Yes, Stephen raped him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's like...
And when did that take place?
Through the years, you know what I mean?
Okay, but if...
This has been happening.
Stephen was how old?
Stephen... When he first started doing this, I honestly don't know.
Okay.
But I know they was talking about was still going on until that day.
Okay.
They did this shit to him every day, every night. It's like...
But what I'm trying to think is, this was going on, like, where were you at all this time? I mean, because you're a good parent. You're always home with your kids.
Right.
So how were these things going on for so long and you did not know? I mean, they're little kids. I can see if they're adults and it happened somewhere, but they're under your roof 24/7. I mean, they don't even go to school at some point. And there's all these things that you don't know nothing about. So did it ever cross your mind that, one, maybe it didn't happen?
No.
You sure it happened because Maddie told you?
No, it's not just because Maddie told me. It's why I wouldn't talk to both of them.
Okay.
I talked to them.
You talked to both of them, and they said, no, I didn't do it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to both of them, Maddie and Stephen at this time.
Does Stephen say, yes, I did it?
Well, he did not just admit that just because I was kicking his ass. He did not just admit that because of that.
You think he
definitely did not?
Because he did it?
When he first said, I was just humping him, but no, I didn't pull his underwear down. I know them. And it's like, I thought I knew him. No, I wouldn't think of my kids as no rapist, you know?
Were you ever a victim of any type of,
Yes, I was.
Okay.
And I used to always, this is what got me. I talked to my kids and my auntie and everybody. So I'm talking to them like so openly about this, and it's like, I felt like I had to.
Okay. What happened in your situation?
The first time, it was a woman. My mom used to leave us with any and everybody who would watch us. You know? Anybody. So that was nothing. I think I was 5, 6, I don't know. But this was a woman, and she did that to me and my brother.
What did she do to you?
She was licking on me. You know what I mean? And then my brother finally admitted that she was doing stuff to him, too. Like, she would take turns with us. You know what I mean?
What's your brother's name?
My auntie would have his number in California. I'm not California. He's in Texas. My auntie has his number.
And you said you just talked to him today?
Yes.
What you talked to him about?
I haven't talked to him in a long time.
So you talked to him today?
Yes.
And what did you tell him?
I called him and told him, you know, if something happens to me, you watch out for the kids. You make sure they all right. They straight, you know what I mean? Just have my brother.
And what did he say when you told him that?
And he was like, what is wrong, first off? And he was like, that's without a question. He was like, but you need to start telling me what's going on.
Did you tell him anything?
No. I just told him, and actually I didn't get a chance. I was so scared to tell him. So I was at the house, Ashley's house. So I just couldn't call him back. The only person I was able to call was my aunt. I keep wanting to call her.
Have you told anybody else about the freezer?
No. Well, actually, yes. Now, the people at the house know, so.
You told them?
Yeah.
What people at the house?
I was at their house.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So let me ask you this, because you have 4 children. Okay. Did you have any favorites? Or
What do you
any?
mean?
Did you prefer one more than the other? Or did you love them all the same? In your opinion?
I love them all the same, because all of them had different personalities. It's just, those are my kids.
I'm just asking because some people say,
Uh-huh.
oh, this is my favorite because he's the youngest, or she's my favorite because he's the oldest. But as far as you go, you love them all the same.
Yeah.
You didn't prefer one over the other.
What do you mean prefer? Like
one was closest to you, you know. You know, you always got the one that's kind of distant because maybe they want to be with their dad, or maybe they look like their dad, or for some reason they're just distant. And then you always got one that's closer, who always wants to be next to you.
We were all, that's all we did. That's why I don't understand.
You guys
We spent a lot of time together.
How would you categorize your relationship between Stoney and you?
I guess just like the rest of the kids.
You love them all the same?
Yeah, it's a little different because you start to, I think, learn them, you know what I mean? And they change.
Right, they start changing, they start getting a little attitudes.
Yeah. No, not attitudes, just period, changing. You're like, okay, well, you know how you just.
And that's what I'm asking. Did you have, maybe they were disobedient more than the others, so you like these guys more than the other guys?
Kids.
They were all good kids?
That's why I can't lie. That's why everybody.
So is there any other reason other than what Maddie told you that made you do what you did?
That's it.
So if Maddie would have never told you these things, Stoney and Stephen would still be here today?
If they had never raped him.
Okay.
He didn't. It's not. He just told me.
How do you discipline your child? How do you discipline your children? Not
good. I have a problem with that too.
What do you mean by not good?
Just whooping them, and it's like, you know how what's appropriate for a child. It's not.
You whoop your children?
Yes.
To the point of abuse?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes.
So you've hit Maddie that way as well?
Yes, and I can't explain it.
So you say you don't discipline them well?
No.
And why do you say that?
I don't discipline them well. Because I know I don't.
How do you discipline them? Do you whip them?
Yell. Yes. Yell. Whip them. I curse.
Are you abusive towards them?
Yeah, it's like whoopings.
When you
always
discipline
trying to. Yeah.
Why do you say that?
What do you mean?
Because I asked you if you're abusive with them when you discipline them. You said, yeah. Why would you?
Yeah.
You hit them too hard, or you hit them with anything?
Yeah. Like I'll whoop them. Yeah, I definitely hit them too hard.
You hit them too hard? You discipline your children the same way, or do you discipline them differently?
I don't
You treat them all the same when you discipline them?
You mean like
would you
easier
treat?
with one and
Yes.
no, it's the same. I can't. Yeah.
Is there anything else you need to tell me? Let me ask you this. Have you killed anyone else?
No.
What do you think should happen to you now?
I don't get the question because I know I'm going.
What type of discipline you think you should get?
Those are my kids.
If you could do it all over again, would you change anything?
I'll say yes. The only reason I'm going to say yes is because I would get to stay with them.
When you say them, do you mean all of them, or just...
No, because regardless how I was thinking, if that happened, you mean the same situation happened, would I make the same choice?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because I want to stay with Gabby and Maddie, you know?
You don't really care about the other two?
No, I do. I would have made a different choice.
What choice would you have made?
I tried to go somewhere. Well, the first thing I'm thinking is, you know, let me say this. If I would have made a different choice, I know this is all fucked up. But what makes me feel like, okay, nobody can understand this. I know this because I know how I sound. I saved Maddie. He has never said that to me before, so for him to say that.
When did he say that to you?
This was after it happened, but this was Steve. Like I used to taunt him and say that to him. So.
But when did he say that you saved his life, or you said he didn't say it to you?
No, first he told me that Steven had told him, Mama ain't gonna save you. She ain't gonna save you. I was like, you actually told him that, you know? And then I don't know how much longer, but Maddie, he was crying and he was like, you saved me. And then
let me ask you this. If I brought Maddie in here, right, and I asked him pretty much the same question I'm asking you as far as the events that took place.
Ask him. You don't even have to have him in front of me. Ask him.
Is he going to tell me the same thing you're telling me?
He has to. You got to listen to him. He doesn't even have to be in front of me. You just got to listen to him and, like, take your time with Maddie. Because Maddie will shut down. You ask him, Maddie, and this is what he'll do. He'll be...
Has Maddie ever lied to you?
Yes.
About what?
Little things.
Like what?
He'll lie and then okay, so let me go on to something else. The thing with Manny, you know, and the lying, I don't like that.
Well, he does lie.
Yeah.
And you don't like it?
No. So that's like the only reason I ever put Manny. Because I don't want him to be out in the world, somebody just... You understand what I'm saying?
Does he have a problem? Would you, I mean, do you know the difference between a lie and the truth?
Yes, definitely. You mean, does he know the difference?
No, I'm asking you. Do you know the difference between a lie and the truth?
Yes.
Okay. So, and you're familiar with, like, a white lie versus...
There's no such thing.
Okay, a lie is a lie.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you familiar with the difference between a chronic liar or somebody that
a
habitual liar?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with somebody that habitually lies or somebody that lies, for example, if I say, hey, do you like this dress on me? And you're like, no, but you don't want to make me feel bad. So you're like, well, that's nice, but you're really lying because it looks terrible.
Right.
Right? You're familiar with the difference.
That's so you won't hurt, somebody's feelings,
like a small lie versus somebody that lies all the time.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
In your opinion, how would you categorize your son, Manny?
None of those.
None of those? He never lies?
No, he does. I wouldn't. Excuse me. Like just little things, and it's Maddie will never lie on. You just gotta
I'm not
talk to Maddie for a minute.
I'm not making no judgment. I'm just asking you as a mother because you know him best, right? Because you're with him. You know, I can talk to him for 10 minutes, and he might not tell me the same thing she would tell you. You're his mother.
I already told him.
Okay.
I told him I was walking out with police. Y'all just tell him everything. Don't be scared. Just tell him everything. Tell him the truth. Just tell him everything. And they both said, I will. You know, like I said, I knew this was coming, and I'm like, just talk. And on the flip side, I'm like, I love them. Some of the actions I do, they say no, fuck you don't. But I do, and I can't understand that about myself, but my aunt, I know they're gonna be good. Like that woman, she does nothing but love them. Tell my aunt this, if you do this to somebody's back of their head, this is too much for her. But no, fires will not categorize Maddie.
Let me ask you this.
He's just been through a lot of stuff.
You've been through a lot of stuff?
He just little crap lies, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I take the crap lies to the extreme. Because I'm like, I don't want you to get older. And you do something, somebody gonna try to fuck you up out here. You know?
What about you? Do you lie?
Yes. I've been lying for a long time because...
Are you lying to me today?
No.
You tell me the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Definitely.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Why did you keep your kids Stoney and Steven in the freezer all this time?
Because I didn't want to leave.
You didn't want to what?
I didn't want to leave them. I'm not talking about Stoney and Steven. I didn't want to leave Gabby and Matthew. When I first set Maddie down and told him that I'm going to have to go, he started crying, you know. He told me he didn't want to go, and I'm like, I just want to spend whatever time I had with them.
Okay. If you don't have nothing else to tell me, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have you read, like I told you earlier. Read each one.
I haven't told you all the other little things they done to them, but I'm pretty sure they.
No, we're gonna get to that because we're gonna hear it from them. Okay. What I need you to do is read each one, make sure everything is accurate. If it is accurate, sign it.
I just didn't read the others.
Okay, and then when you read each page, just sign it, date it, and put a time on it. And the time is going to be 5:25.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 6:25. Yeah, my bad. $23. $24. And it's 6:25. I'm sorry.
Oh, I heard you say 6:25.
Yeah, I was looking at my clock wrong, or watch wrong, and then check that one out.
Gabby's name is spelled wrong, and her, I think in the first one too, she has one L.
One L.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was this one. Gabby's.
No, I got it down here of her correct spelling, and I asked you.
Okay. No, Maddie wasn't crying. I was crying.
You kept crying?
Yeah.
And then just initial next to mine.
Okay. And
What's
I
that?
was going to correct it.
What is
It's
it?
supposed to be an E.
Where?
Stephen.
STEPHEN?
Yeah, it looks like it says O.
Oh no, it's an E.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I was trying to get this word.
Which one? I'm sorry for my beating. My E's. I don't close my E's. I'm sorry. Today's date is 3/24/15. And the time right now is 6:30.
What it says right here.
Everywhere.
Okay.
Okay, just need some tissue.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't want to read this anymore.
Want to read it no more? Is it pretty accurate, though?
I could just sign it.
Yeah, is it accurate? You read this one. Go ahead and sign that one.
I didn't read it all.
Okay, just sign the one you read.
But it's like, it really doesn't matter.
Why doesn't it matter? Well, I don't want to write something.
And all this shit happened, you know.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
Okay. Up to
I know
everything
what
the
baby's gonna tell you.
Excuse me?
I know what baby's gonna tell you. I just...
Okay. Well, this is not basically about what happened or didn't happen. All where we're at right now is that we had an interview, interrogation. I asked you some questions. You gave me some answers. Up to this point, you're giving the opportunity to read, and all your signatures saying that I didn't falsify anything, that I asked you these questions, that you had an opportunity to answer it, you had an opportunity to review it. You did, and everything looks accurate. Up to this point, you've read 3 sheets of the conversation that we've had. Up to this point, everything's been accurate.
Yes.
Is that fair to say?
Yes.
But you don't want to continue to read because it's emotional or because it's not accurate.
I promise that I won't about to sit in here and cry.
Okay.
I promise them that.
Okay. Okay.
He was
You
like,
can do it.
don't worry about me. He said, don't worry.
He's going to be in good hands. Okay?
No, it's not, because, you know...
What are you worried about? Ms. Blair? What's on your mind?
It's like so much shit that happened to you. It's like you gotta go and find out me. You had enough shit, mother. Your brother and sister did this shit to you. And I just want to make sure they are fucking even the littlest one. I want to make sure be okay. That shit fucked me up when I was younger. But I know from them, all I know is this. You know I did something about it. Even though I was fucked up, I just want to know, like, you are important. Like, you do matter. That shit was happening to you all that time, and you didn't know, and I'm sorry, and I'm like no matter what, they can kill me, and that's the part. This is what I do know. And I'm not told the kids about dying now, you know. It doesn't matter. But I won't marry, like, I think gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You consider yourself
so sweet.
You consider yourself a tough mom? I mean, you're tough, right? You're gonna
It's over the.
Okay.
It's like tough, but not. And it's like I'm just tired of this shit. And man, he too good just not to. They both are just to let this. I used to be. I was like a kid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I tell my daughter all the time, Gabby, I was just like you. Like how she is, she confident, she quiet, she mess with herself. Okay, it's like, so let them talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one like, fuck that. They mess with you, I'm, you know, about to go beat the ass. Don't mess with them. It's like, I was like that and it's gone. It's nobody's fault, it's gone. But I was like that and I don't want them to, I just know, I told my mom, she said, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? It's over with now. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Maddie, that's all I know. I told him, when you get older, if you, anybody, girls, men, anybody try to make you feel like you ain't shit, do you see what I did for you? That's not shit. That's because
I'm gonna find out once you finish reading. I'm gonna find out where they're at, and that way you can, feel secure that they're in good hands. Okay. Okay, but I need you to look at that statement to make sure that everything's accurate. Okay. and then we'll go from there.
I already know what I sound like. You know, I know it's fucked up.
No, nobody knows.
Myself. The normal part of me, I can see myself talking right now. I can't, you're not literally, but if that was me, I totally understand what it looks like, and I've been.
Nobody's judging you here. Okay? Something happened, and you felt you did what you had to do. Right? You got 4 kids. You felt like you had to protect them. That's what you did.
Because I didn't mean to do that to Steven, and I'm like, and then Stoney, you was the ringleader, and you started all this. How can I not? Steven was your first little victim. How can I not kill her? Because then I started feeling like, oh my fucking God, Steven would never did that if you had it, it had to him. And it was just like, I kept thinking about it, and I'm like, because I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do it to Sonny, and not to Steven, and I just was like, you gonna do this? And Steven was like, he didn't get up. He was just like Maddie. I'm like, he was always on me. But you turned, and he didn't have to turn, and you did it. And then not only that, after he died, you kept doing that to Maddie. You kept talking to him mean as hell and nasty, and you just kept doing that. I'm thinking, at least Maddie can rest now. Like he can rest, you know? He's going through that, so he can rest. But he wasn't resting because it was still happening.
Right.
She was still doing it, and I'm like, I did that to her on purpose, and I'm like, no matter what or what anybody think, I hope Maddie don't take that when he gets older and go crazy with it. I just want him, and I would try to explain to him, you don't hurt people. He told me, God's not happy. He doesn't like stuff like that. I said, I know. And I told him I'm going to hell. Period. That's what happens. You know? Sometimes you can't lie. You can't fight with people. If people call you stupid, if people call you this. It's like I'm trying to cover bases with him. You just let it go because you know you was important as fuck. You important. It's like something like that happens. It's like you don't have to feel like he was crushed or like nobody can give a fuck about him.
Okay.
So at the same time, what I did, you know what I'm saying? That's what fucks me up. What I did, fucked about people more. It's like, you know, understand? Like, look at the baby. And I say this, and I know it makes people angry. I know it does.
I know you're the mother, and you're trying to protect your son. And I can guarantee you that we're going to do everything we can to make sure he's in good hands. Okay? Okay?
I know Stephen Wilson. His only how one place is all. My aunt loves how the kids.
Okay. And we're going to talk to your aunt, too. Okay?
She did, like, I'm trying to tell you. And I like, told her about what happened to me. She's like, you should come to me. All she was, you know, like, just get your shit together. Get your shit together. You need to take medicine. You need to. The reason I say that about Maddie, because people say it about me. Like, Maddie's not a typical little ignorant, ghetto, you know what I mean? I know how I was, but that's, you gotta spend time with them. Tell them when you do, you see what I'm talking about, both of them. It's like Maddie's like, he get mad at you, he's like, oh man, he was like, why, y'all? And like, little boy, he's a little white guy, or he a little fruit, or he a little bitch. I'm not changing him. So, you know what I'm saying? There was nothing wrong. That's why I keep saying that, because my whole life, people retarded, you this, you that, you crazy as hell, and they don't understand, you know. That's fine. I know how it end up. You keep hearing people tell you that you retarded, you start feeling. I can't say that I don't feel like that. It's just that confident, you know. I want to come out. I want you to walk in the room like, you know, hello, I just keep being you. It's like, you can't walk around like you got something to prove. I don't want them to get like hard and like that. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I'm gonna go check on him, okay? And on your auntie, okay? But I need you to finish reviewing these statements, and so I can go do that, okay? I know it's rough.
So this is what I meant when I say Maddie. I don't know if I think nothing wrong with him. Because I don't just look at him like, who looked at me? You know what I mean? I would even.
He just has a different character.
Yes, he got like this too. Both of them on his thought you wouldn't be just quiet. You wouldn't think
Reserved.
Maddie's quiet. Maddie's just like, he'll play and sitting there. He's like, if it's another kid or something, it doesn't matter. If Maddie got it, and if it's something like a incident, he really likes Thor. So he had Thor. And the little boy was like, oh, it's okay. And I looked at him and I said, why you give me a toy? That was nice. He said, because I really like it, so I know you like it. I just take his, and then I can get it when I go home, like get it back from him. Like stuff like that. You know? It's just, that's what I'm saying, like, this little boy is, I gotta look at him.
He's got a big heart.
Yeah. Very much so. And I don't want him to think he's stupid or anything.
Or take him for granted.
Yeah, because what they see in Maddie, they'll just look at him like, oh, he's some little skinny nerd, and just, oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
He get good grades?
Maddie's very smart. And they have to get back in school. Gabby is like, that girl, she want to be a vet, you know? Their hearts is so, they're so soft. You know what I mean? And they had me for a mom. And I'm just like, I keep telling her, I can't beat up. I mean, period. Just when you give me that kid, she's telling Maddie, please, just don't have sex with nobody. You have a kid, you can't. You need two people in a house. You just do, period. And sometimes it's not. I'm like, it's just, he's trying to wait till y'all married, and it scares me because he's so little. He gonna forget all the good stuff I taught him. Because I told him a lot, and he saw a lot of bad shit. For me, he did. I don't remember the good things because I know the things I'm telling him is not wrong. It's just who it's coming from, you know.
Right.
But it's not wrong.
Okay. Okay. All right. Finish reviewing that, and I'm going to go check on the status on okay? You got any questions of me?
If, I don't know if they're still in the building, I know that I can't see them, but if they're walking somewhere, they like, you know what I'm saying?
They're not in the building, but I'll check to see if you can get a family visit. Okay?
They can come see me?
They may. I got to check. I'm not sure. I don't want to promise you anything.
My aunt won't bring it.
I don't know. I haven't talked to your aunt, but I will do that.
I really want to tell her.
What was that?
I really want to tell her. I just, the guy was nice at the house. I kept asking him to let me hug him. And he even brought him back in the house. At my house, where they got me from. He even brought him back in the house.
Okay. I'll talk to your aunt.
No, so you don't let me.
I can promise you that I'll talk to her. See if she'll go talk to you. Okay?
She's not going to bring it.
You don't know that.
My auntie. That's who I was with my mother. They hurt. Hurt.
You need some tissue?
They hurt. That's what hurt. They mess with her. That's kind of fucked up. I used to be like that, you know. I want my mom. So feel all and shit like
you gotta take all the bad and you gotta think of your kids. The two that you have now. Okay? You gotta be strong for them. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just don't, because they will ask questions like that.
Okay. You gotta be strong for them.
That's what I'm saying. If he asks you to cry, no, even Gabby, you just tell her no. Okay. She gotta be a wait till she gets to her by herself, and then she'll cry out loud. Gabby will just go, and then all you hear is like just a little whimper, but Gabby is not like, she'll hold it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then you know she's really hurting if it comes out, but she can't hold it. But
okay.
I know that sounds silly, but I just
no, it doesn't.
I don't.
It doesn't sound silly.
We was talking about this, you know. just gonna sign this. Because if it's a mistake,
What was that?
because if it's any mistakes, can I go back later and like correct them or no?
I mean, you have the opportunity to look at it now. I mean, I pretty much put what you wrote.
Right. So I don't really have to.
It's up to you, ma'am. It's up to you. It's 3:24:15, and the time is 6:47. 6:47 p.m. Let me get you some tissue.
No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You sure? I'm not gonna tell nobody you was crying.
I don't care about everybody else. I just don't want the kids to know.
Okay, they don't know.
My auntie, she wouldn't dare tell. She tells them nothing bad.
Okay.
Even if it's like, you say shit, she was like, you cussing my kids. And I always admired her. She's like one of the people that do. Every mess up, you do what you gotta do every day. After you finish eating this and this thing, she comes on watching it. She's like, oh no, I don't care. She could be dog tired. And then she just does it. I used to look at her like, be like that. I know it sounds stupid, but it's,
No, it doesn't.
nah, it's good for them because they feel little. You know, come up like that, that's just in you.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Mm-hmm.
6:49 p.m.
$6.50.
Yeah. Yep. Give me 1 second, okay? I'm gonna put these on you, okay? We're gonna take you back to the Detroit Detention Center. You wanna take a drink of water first?
I'm okay, actually.
You did?
Use the restroom.
Okay.
That's okay.
Hold on 1 minute. You have a seat. Let's go to the bathroom. Okay, we're gonna walk through those doors. Come on out. I'll cuff you up.